Problem is fight or flight. I said that in the last video too. A lot of people get stuck on what they actually think they can do, but maintaining that squeeze and really forcing every vast amount of blood in there. Hey, I'm filming here, lady.
What the heck? I didn't even recognize you.
This is my little daughter right here. This is next set, so we'll get it in.
You got it on here.
After this set, Tyler can come to take shots of you. You feel that? There's absolutely nothing else and it's tender like that. That's why I'm very, very adamant about getting the blood in there first, especially before you start squatting. A lot of people want to jump into squats, half squats, and just start doing compound movements. You got to warm up the joints, get the blood in there, warm up the knees. That's what we're supposed to do. So essentially, after this, now what we got next?
I can do any squat you want, just not a regular squat.
You want to do an Arsenal one? Have you done one? Yeah.
Huh.
I was just telling Ethan while Tyler's over there shooting OnlyFans content that this hack squat specifically, the padding is so thick, especially on these Arsenal ones, you can actually make it harder for yourself. The idea is with the hack squat is you want to take your upper body out of it. You don't necessarily want, I see a lot of people when they get to that point where they're in the hole, they want to compensate and squeeze up. You end up pulling something in here. The idea about the pad is that it helps a lot, so it actually forces everything to allow you to drive your legs down. So you want all that weight on your legs. Through your feet, through your heels, pushing it back through. Another thing is don't stop at the top. You're already exerting too much energy at the top. Might as well slowly, as soon as you get back up, slowly going back down and hit that 3-second negative coming down. Find your comfortable spot in that hole, then drive again and again. That's why you have a spotter here, especially for heavy compounds, to pull that shit off of you when it gets too heavy. But the idea is make sure that you can still fail with this. That's why we also have the band on the end to take some slack out of the knee, take some pressure off. And then if he, worst case scenario, if he does fall, he's safe. He's all good. The machine won't fucking just completely come down and collapse on him. And two more. Come on. What's up? You're good. Up. Last one. Slow. 1, 2, 3.
Fuck. That last one was not fun. It's so different from normal though, because it's just like, usually when, like during my regular leg day, my quads would feel like this. I'd be like, you're done with quads, do some hammies and leave. And like, I'm looking down at that and it's like, oh, we're not even done with this. And then we got one more quad thing after this and then 2 more hammy things. Oh, what a day. Like, damn.
We're on some wheels, baby. That's the way. I told you, I don't know how to grow booties. I just know how to grow legs. That's it.
That was not fun. Oh my God. Oh. Oh shit.
Hit 10 reps with no help. What do you mean? What the fuck am I here for? I'm not a cheerleader. I'm gonna fucking bust your ass. That's what I'm here to do. This whole set, I don't want you to stop at all, and then at the end, keep your feet up. Don't stop. What I want you to remember, I am here to spot you. If anything, make the negatives even harder, and I will literally pull this shit up for the positive all the way, rather than you. You know what I'm saying? We don't want, we're trying to transition. I want to be able to, at the time under tension, be able to control that weight, the entire movement, not just 50% of the movement or 50% on the bottom. I want the whole 100%, constantly controlling it, and I'm just giving you just enough so you can finish those reps. That's all it is. Because you're gonna fail probably around like 8. Realistically, with this weight, you're probably mentally would fail at 8, and that would help you on the last 2. Now that I said that, you're gonna hit 10. I'd rather you make it harder on yourself based on what you are capable of doing by slowing it down, and then me just giving you just what you need to finish out perfect reps. Stay tight, stay in that seat, don't compensate, don't do anything crazy, don't jerk your head back, keep everything tight and fluid. Yes. Yup. Yup. Come on. Come on, drive. Yeah, come on, I got you.
Tempo.
Yeah, come on. Tight. Yep, come on. Breathe. Breathe, relax, breathe. Breathe. A lot of people fuck up here. The main thing is that after a set like this, it's all in your head. breathe, calm yourself down. It's painful, yes, but it's just like yoga, anything else. When it's high stress like that, you want to be able to control your mind. Calm your mind down again, slow it down. You're trying to run away, you lay there, it takes longer. It's gonna suck. Enjoy the suck, embrace the suck. We're here for the suck. This shit sucks. You're supposed to suck at the workouts that you're doing and the exercises when you're hitting higher levels and more weight. It's supposed to suck. Embrace it. That's the only way to grow. So you want to take as much space as possible when you're shit. Exactly. Not trying to make yourself look small. Now it's in through your nose, raise that up. And then that's pushing through all that lat. Yeah. I didn't know I needed Ethan in my life, bro. This is it right here. This is like literally a fucking 2014 version of me. And it's like, now we're just gonna feed the fuck out of him and hit some heavy ass weights, and that's all it's gonna be. And
200 pounds by December.
Prioritize sleep. When you're this lean too, a lot of people fuck up sleep. Sleep has to be perfect, water has to be up. You gotta lubricate the joints, because the problem is a lot of people end up pushing too much weight and also being this lean, you're bound to fucking tear something up. So that's why I was just explaining to him, this next 4 weeks is gonna be a body recomp phase. We're trying to prime his body for the first push session that we're gonna do. And that's where we're gonna actually worry about putting real solid size on. So right now, I'm gonna be studying his body based on what food we need to do, building his maintenance calories to see what we're actually at, and then start driving food, making sure recovery is good, and then start growing like a fucking weed.
200 pounds by December.
That's it. I haven't flat benched in 6 years, and my chest started growing ever since. A lot of people will do that. It doesn't make any sense, especially if there's something that I was just explaining to Ethan. Let's say he had a crazy chest day yesterday, right? So his chest is really, really sore, really, really full. But if he had back today and it's already sore, I would recommend opening up your chest, doing some mobility stretches, getting some blood in there, doing some push-ups, get some blood in there, and then hitting back. You don't want to hit this muscle because indirectly you're going to do something. It's all catalyst, it's all back and forth. So essentially it's tied just as much to your lat, just as much to your chest. So we want to have blood in there and not be stiff so that we can actually still perform back to exercises. So if you're sore, keep moving. If your legs are sore, ride the bike, swim, sauna, do stretching. Do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, you still need to get blood in there to keep it functioning. You don't want to sit tight for 10 hours like you're going on a plane ride, and then it'll just get worse. You don't want that. Keep moving, stay focused, stay active. That's what we want to do. I hate talking in a fucking camera. This makes me really happy. This makes me happy. This is not necessary.
Grab one more.
It's not necessarily required, but seriously, if you can zoom, I don't know if you can zoom in on this. Yeah. So essentially what Ethan's writing down is the daytime, what he's hitting, how much water he's tracking, the amount of hours that he slept, all the exercises beforehand, warm up with the sets that with the reps that he's going to be doing, how many sets, and then we calculate and put in all the different weights based on how he did it. It's awesome. I love it. It's a cool little thing. I actually did this for about 3 years when I first started, when I was eating about 7,200 calories, and that really helped me a lot. I forget who I learned this from, honestly, but just tracking everything. Just so that when you look back now, it's really cool, because it's like, this was working, this is not. I'm very heavy on the trial and error theory in anything in life, not just bodybuilding, not just lifting weights, but I really do believe trial and error, because we all function differently. And the main thing is, this is awesome to come back to, especially when you do decide to hire a coach and work with someone. You have something like building rapport already that can base on that. Everything that you've tracked this entire time is going to allow them to get to know your body better, establish what works, what doesn't, and it already sets the tone in the right direction. The fact that it's the first time I'm working out with Ethan and it already sets it like that, it means his discipline is there, his consistency is already there, and that just, it makes me work even harder, because it's like I want to fulfill what we're trying to do and achieve the goal that he's trying to do, which is be 200 pounds and absolutely fucking shredded. Right there. Drive that hip all the way into the pad with your quad. Your hamstring should already be tight, but the moment you lift that weight up, it's already flexed. And then you're just squeezing on it. I was just telling Ethan the same thing. See how his hip right here? Straight line. We're driving it through. We don't want our glutes popping out. We're not trying to compensate and scoop it up. We're just trying to keep it here. We gotta do a special shout out for Buff Banker. This is the man right here. We're gonna be working on a Discord right now. We're getting it started. We'll have more programs coming for you. We'll have admins ready for you. I want to build a real community around this that actually teach people how to start from 0 and go all the way to 100. It doesn't matter where you're experienced or not. I just want to give you the essential tools that I learned throughout the years through trial and error so that you don't have to make those mistakes yourself. You can minimize risk and you can actually grow and start working towards the things that you actually want to do. So I appreciate Ethan for being almost my practice dummy, but you'll be seeing us work with everyone around here, especially with this. That's what I want to do with this YouTube channel as well. I want to create awareness based on different body shapes, genders, whatever. If you're a competitor or not, I want to be able to apply the same basic understanding I have when it comes to lifting and diet and everything else to everyone, so that everyone can learn and they can take those things and use them to themselves. Buff Banker, you got anything else to say? Sign us off.
Nah, just sweat, boys. Sweat.
And eat. So the idea is that we don't want to be able to do this and stand straight up. The idea is shifting in and then falling into the pad and then sweeping up. The main thing is what we're trying to do is shift inwards. So you shift it inwards and then let your chest fall into it. And then extend your arms all the way through. So this is already flexed. And then we're just worried about sweeping out. And you'll go about like right here. Go like my hand. Do it again. Everything else is all right there. Everything else will be here, here, or here. Keep your That's how you would feel. See it? There's always two.
Stone cold.
One is like this, the other one's like, I'm happy, I can.